Welcome to the Texas Botanical Gardens in downtown Goldthwaite. We're at the Legacy Plaza block, and we're here to give you a virtual Waking Up with Wildflowers tour. It is full spring in Texas, and we have tons of our favorite wildflowers in bloom. So let's go ahead and get started. The first wildflowers that you'll spot in our core story are these Blackfoot daisies. Beautiful white, delicate daisies that are all over pastures right now. They love any sort of rocky, depleted soil. Are hardy plants, do good in direct sunlight and with very little moisture. Moving to the trailhead, we have some agarita we'll touch on a little bit later. Our Eve's necklace is just finishing up its bloom. Beautiful drooping pink flowers. The pollinators absolutely love them, and they have a beautiful fragrance. The Eve's necklace is named from the seed head, which form black beads, like a seed pod that looks like beads of a necklace. We will cross the dry creek and the penstemons, Brazos penstemon, are providing a lot of purple color right now, framing the sidewalk. These are a favorite of the pollinators. Another penstemon we have growing is foxglove. And here we enter our garden space. More penstemon to complement our bluebonnets growing atop a burned rock midden model. For those of you who don't know, a burned rock midden is an earth oven used by indigenous people to cook their food using the insulation of the earth and a fire source that they buried underneath the ground. This is a model. Now around these bluebonnets, we have some lemon mint growing. These will bloom in about a month. But at the moment, you can identify them by breaking off a piece of the leaf and smelling. It has a lemon peppery scent. The chemical in this that aids in its medicinal use is thymol, giving it a sedative quality when drank as a tea. But it can also be used in salad to give a little bit of a kick or to spice up some roasts, meat roasts or stews. It also has the chemical component of citronella, so rub it on your skin for an organic, all-natural insect repellent. A lot of the lemon mint, lemon bee balm growing here. Our sunflower corner is well underway. We've had to thin out hundreds of sunflower sprouts, but we have a nice grouping of them loved by the birds. The goldfinches will feast once they go to seed in late fall. And here we have our agarita. Easy to identify by the stiff, spiny leaflets. One of the first natives to bloom in spring with yellow flowers that are extremely fragrant. Our entire garden smells sweet when the agaritas are in bloom. And we're starting to get berries already. Some are even starting to turn red. Edible berries, delicious, high in vitamin C. The agarita plant also has medicinal properties. The chemical component berberine is present, giving the root and the inner part of the stem this very vibrant yellow color. You can make a tincture by steeping this in alcohol solution, and it will pull out the berberine, antimicrobial and antifungal properties. Or you can even just brew it in some hot water to make a decoction, a tea out of it. The leaves themselves can help with nausea if chewed or put into a tea. Or that beautiful yellow color of the berberine can also be used to dye fabric. This yellow cloth was white before we soaked it in a agarita tea. And freshly transplanted this morning, we have wild Drummond onions. Such beautiful, delicate little flowers. These are popping up throughout our county at the moment. These wild onions, of course, are edible. They have a poisonous look-alike called crow's poison that you want to avoid. However, it's very easy to identify this wild onion if it smells like onions when you pick off a piece of the flower and break it up in between your fingers and smell. If it smells like onions, you are good to go. You can eat it. If you even notice, it kind of even, the stem almost even looks like a chive or a green onion you would purchase in the store. And when you pull out its root, there's a little onion bulb underneath, but the whole plant is edible and can be enjoyed to spice up your salads and your dishes. A model of that burned rock midden earth oven, what a cross section of it would look like. And here we have our dewberries. About a month ago, again, these were in bloom and covered by all sort of pollinators. And the flowers now are starting to show fruit. So in the next couple weeks, we should have plenty of dewberries to feed all of the birds and the critters, and maybe even a gardener or two. Up in our Wickiup village, our bluebonnets have taken off. Colony of bluebonnets double each year, and this year they just look fantastic. Another agarita. We have some orange zexminias in bloom. Our flint napping station. Heart-shaped leaf of the redbud behind, and then we have the twist leaf yucca, a versatile plant. The blades of the yucca can be used to weave baskets, the needle point of the tips, maybe to suture or sew. The root of the twist leaf yucca has saponins, which provide a soap. If you're out in the wild, indigenous people would have used this to bathe, ceremonial baths, and to clean their clothes. Saponins also have medicinal properties to them as well, and the yuccas will send up a stalk that is edible when cooked in an earth oven, and the flowers of the twist leaf yucca are edible as well. So we're moving back in here because tucked away we have a beautiful colony of wine cups. That grow amongst the agarita behind it. Again, you can see all the beautiful agarita berries. Cut leaf daisies are about to be in full bloom. Straight ahead, bedrock mortars, holes in the bedrock where indigenous people processed food, and over time, pieces of the rock would chip away and form these holes. So this is actual evidence of the first people who lived in our county, in this area. Texas sundra provides color on the cloudiest of days. And soon, a coreopsis will take off, partnering beautifully alongside these callilophes. One of the great things about a wildscape garden is every year we change, we grow, something new and unique will find its way into the garden. We have a golden aster, gray golden aster, provides beautiful color in fall. And here a vervain grows out of the sandstone wall. And here's another view of our bluebonnets from our amphitheater. Verbenas. Our resident pecan tree, a Stewart pecan tree. Our new birders garden and birding fountain. There was hummingbirds playing in the flowing water just the other day. That wraps up our Waking Up with Wildflowers virtual tour. We hope to see you in person soon. But in the meantime, keep your eye out for more videos as more things come into bloom in the Texas Botanical Gardens.